notes from the tape recorder and all my little segments and thoughts
on the world. And ladies and gentlemen,
Google, no. Motherfucker, go back one track. Sir.
Sorry, I don't understand.
Yeah, back one track. Yeah, that's beautiful, man. Welcome to my podcast. Beautiful. Technology, contextual relativism in the 21st century. Ladies and gentlemen, biosystematic programming. Creating change at the quantum level in the physical plane. Ladies and gentlemen, my name is Sam France. I don't know why, but coming in on this dimension, getting in between particles, creating change in the name of Jesus Christ. My name is Sam France. Okay, ladies and gentlemen, welcome to my podcast. This is Sam France. That's my new theme song. That's the theme song for this show. And this is the show where I do just play music off of random, like, appliances like laptops, Google Home, 8-track recorder, Tascam, record, whatever, but I don't really have them hooked up properly. I just sort of put my iPhone up to speakers, and that's the type of podcast this is. I don't have a name for it yet. I'm thinking of calling it Sam France's Music Podcast, where I talk about art and music and culture and most of all, Jaden Smith. Just kidding. That's what we're going to talk about today. Today, basically, we've got a great episode for everybody. First of all, you're hearing some exclusive cutting-edge Sam France music in the background right now. And this is like some cassette demo shit that you're exclusive to right now. In Laurel Canyon. I love that. Some Blonde shit. That's crazy. People pay money for this stuff because I have a gift. I have a gift, and it's not my own. I was bestowed with a gift when I was 22 years old, when I was on a rooftop in Manhattan, and I was contacted by Starship and was initiated, and basically has what I call a clairvoyant activation. Listen to this chorus. Sounds like some. Actually, I don't want to show this much of that shit. That sounds like something from Tattoo You or something. It's brilliant. Anyways, on this episode, we've got. I'm going to listen to some reggae, and I'm going to listen to some Jaden Smith, and some of my two favorite things. Okay. Moving out of the bathroom, I'm going into the living room, and this is the most important part of the show. This is when I start drinking red wine, so I'm able to create content for all of you guys who desperately need some spiritual activation on the physical and also invisible plane. John Lennon walking down the beach in Malibu, man. John Lennon walking down the beach in Malibu, man. Wearing some baggy bell bottoms, man. You know, it's like. I know the spot. That spot. Lee Scratch Perry and the Upsetters, ladies and gentlemen. The first album, Return of Django. It's amazing how some weird music from Jamaica in the late 60s can make your soul feel so good. So good, so good, so good. That organ, it always just reminded me of a weird crusty pipe organ from Disneyland, you know, pumping something out. This is a podcast. This is the best podcast in the world. So first episode, it's already better than anything you could ever imagine because my shit is next level. So I remember listening to this song, driving my mom's old Volvo station wagon, smoking Camel filters, chucking them out the window, creating a strange vibe in that car. My friend Michael Callis went to UC Santa Barbara, and I would go from LA, where I was working as a clown, to Santa Barbara. and see my friend Mike. Listen to this song on the way there, and I would do catering when I was there. A company called Rincon Catering. Driving through the tropical freeways. Light. Ladies and gentlemen, this is just real, raw, contextual programming. By the way, we're reminiscing right now about my life a few years ago when I would drive my mom's white Volvo with a Pinocchio pipe organ, right? So I'm just playing music and I'm just going to kind of narrate. Coming in live on the quantum level, creating healing all across the globe. We're taking calls from people who are in strange mental states, people who are mentally ill, people who are mentally retarded, people who have seen aliens, people who... It doesn't matter. We're going one more time on this track. We're playing it once more. Thanks for tuning in, everybody. I really appreciate it. I've been through a lot of hard times in my life recently. I'm in a lot of debt with the IRS. I'm in trouble with bankrupt, living day to day. I don't know, but that's okay. Because I've been doing a full-scale art performance art piece, and my debt and my financial failures and the extreme bankruptcy is just a part of the. Anyways, the part of the project, part of the performance art piece. Anyways, ladies and gentlemen, I'm gonna be honest with y'all. I'm not in Los Angeles right now. I'm not in Santa Barbara. I'm in Austin, Texas, with the UFOs kind of flying around. Drunk on red wine, drunk on the Lord, because Jesus Christ turned water into wine. He didn't turn it into anything else. After years and years of drug addiction, ladies and gentlemen, cocaine, etc., I can say the key is red wine. Disneyland, California, in Orange County, ladies and gentlemen. This song reminds me of it. This is my favorite song on this record, which I would listen to, and I would do catering at the Santa Barbara Zoo. I was living in Los Angeles. This was before Foxygen had their record out, but I was kind of in that headspace. I was in that hippie headspace. I was smoking cigarettes and smoking weed and driving up to Santa Barbara to do catering at Rincon Catering at the Santa Barbara Zoo with the sad elephants at night.
I'm so tired of the way music sounds nowadays, especially indie rock. Like when I listen to Sirius XMU just to see what my contemporaries are doing, I won't go on which I will let you all know it's a whole lot of nothing. Sad-faced singer-songwriters, protest music, sitting in the back of a van music. People saying things like, this new album is about touring.
Indie rock.
Or people saying,
like,
you know, this new album is about a really hard breakup. So bad.
Hey,
has anybody ever made an album about a really hard breakup? It's something about, you know, these guys, like when everybody got laptops, and it was like, oh, everybody's an artist now. Like, they have baseball caps on, and they're white, and they have bling on, and they're like, you know, come into my studio, I'll whip something up, you know, it's like everything's...
of the medium of this person in their house talking to themselves. I'm just talking to myself, but I'm talking to you, but you don't really exist in this moment in time. Thing, and we shoot it out, and we tell everybody all about all our accomplishments. This is why my generation is a generation of perma-teens, is what I like to call them. Unproductive to society, politically correct, too politically correct, leveling on, bordering on fascist. You know what I'm going to stop you right there. I think this is content that's not actually that great. You sound like one of the people that you're talking about. You sound like, you know, a privileged middle-class white hipster who's just analyzing society on some sort of level. And right now is really great when I get really drunk on red wine and listen to reggae. So I think that's kind of the vibe we're going to keep going. I really appreciate your presence. You're very creative, but what we're going to do is we're going to go ahead and we're going to keep talking about music. We're going to stay on topic and not just let Sam go off and talk about all his crazy, like, you know, borderline alt-right bullshit. Okay, well, we're not listening to reggae. We're all actually done with reggae. You probably can't hear this one very well, but this is Winston O'Boogie, John Lennon, bootleg, John Lennon weird outtakes and shit. And I really like it. It's like all Phil Spector era, you know. This song became a song on the album Rock and Roll, but this is a really kind of drunken rendering of it where John Lennon is kind of, I just noticed in the very beginning, he literally says he wants to suck Carole King's nipples. I want to suck your nipples, baby. He says it again, but in the beginning, he says, it took me a while to figure it out, but he really says like something like, I want to take those girls, those singers, Carol, and it says something about nipples, and then he says, and I was thinking in my mind, is he talking about Carole King, which is this stretch? Like, probably not. And then he says, I want something about sucking on nipples or something, and then he says, all those girls James Taylor had. And so now I know that, like, maybe he was talking about Carole King. I don't know. Yeah, a lot of pain in this word. But this is why I love this podcast. It's because we're listening to some weird John Lennon, Phil Spector outtake, you know, but then we're going to listen to Jaden Smith because I was listening to a song by Jaden Smith today called Icon, which I think is iconic, and I just want to listen to it and talk about it a little bit, and then we're going to wrap things up, and I'd like to thank everybody for spending your evening with me. It's been a pleasure. I like how Jaden refuses to be pinned down. He's like, right off the bat, I'm an icon. Don't fuck with me, I'm Will Smith's son. I'm already an icon, that's good. Okay? That sounds good. That's a cool sample. Yes. Jaden on fire right now. Jaden Smith's one of my favorite artists right now. Because what did he do right off the bat? First line, talking about how he's an icon right off the bat. He started record label? I like how he's talking about how hot he is in the business, and it's like literally his first song. But I think that's cool, like that sort of attitude. It's got good production. I like the blown out Michael Jackson. There it is, my favorite line. Need new trucks, independent. It's a skateboarding reference, like skateboarding trucks, you know, the thing that hold the wheels together on the skateboard. Independent is like the most notable like truck company, like the most standard one. I like Jaden saying he needs new trucks. First of all, I was a skateboarder for a long time. It's very rare that you need new trucks. It's like the metal, and it just reminds me of something rich kid from the suburbs would say, like, Mom, I need new trucks for my skateboard. Like in Hidden Hills, like in Calabasas, which is just where he's coming from. It's just that vibe. I like that vibe of that community. I'm from that. I like him saying that. I think it's his funny band that he says, rocks moonwalk a little bit better, but Jaden like has to understand that, you know. Well, first of all, the moonwalk's pretty easy. I've been able to moonwalk since I was 8. My dad taught me, and I'm sure something similar probably happened for Jaden. Who doesn't love Michael Jackson? You can't do the moonwalk though in your live show. Like, if I did it, it would be pretty sick, just randomly. But I definitely wouldn't come out first thing on late night, like moonwalking. But again, these are the reasons why I like Jaden. He doesn't give a fuck. He doesn't give a fuck what people think of him. And he's got, I don't know. That's why he's my artist to watch, Jaden Smith. Well, good night, everybody. Thank you so much for listening, people of Earth, different dimensional spaces. I'd like to send out the love and the light of Jesus Christ in the name of the Lord. Unto thee, O God, be the kingdom and the power and the glory into the ages of ages, forever and forever. Magic and freedom all over the world. Sending out all the love and wisdom to the master angels in which I have communicated with Sending all my love to all of you out in the name of the Lord, in the name of light and love. Ladies and gentlemen, the new divinity of the now. Ladies and gentlemen, thank you so much. Thank you to my master angels. Thank you to the Starship Jupiter for contacting me and making me who I am today. And thank you, everyone.
I want to take over. I want to take all the new singers. Carol and the other one, the nipples. I want to take them, hold them tight. All them people that James Taylor had. I wanna suck your nipples, babe. Whenever I'm so tired, just because you left and said goodbye, don't you ever think I'm gonna sit here and cry. Even if my body should tell me so.